Good morning to all. So in this video, we are going to discuss about jet propulsion. Jet propulsion. Okay. So what is principle of jet propulsion? Okay. The principle of jet propulsion involves imparting the moment of mass of fluid in such a manner that the reaction imparted moment provide the propulsive force. So propulsive force is nothing but the lifting force. The lifting force. Okay. So it may be achieved by expanding the gas which is having high pressure and temperature. So by expanding the high pressurized temperature gas, we can attain this propulsive force, Okay. So this jet propulsion is open type system and it is most suitable for aircrafts. Okay. So most suitable in aviation purpose. Okay. So these propulsive systems are classified into two types. First one is steam jet system, steam jet engines. It is again further classified into two types: steady combustion systems, intermediate combustion systems. Okay. So in air jet engines, oxygen is necessary for combustion is taken from the surrounding atmosphere. So to combust the fuel, oxygen is taken from the surroundings, in air jet engines. Okay. In turbojet and turboprops are modified forms of open cycle gas turbine systems. So here in the turbojet and turboprop, we are having the compressors, diffusers, turbines and all these systems. Okay. So the ramjet and pulsejet are aerodynamic ducts. These are not having compression and turbine wheels. So here the ramjet and pulsejet engines were not having any turbines and compressors. These are just like tube-like structures. Okay. So first, we are going to discuss about turbojet engine. Okay. The turbojet engine are mainly having these elements: diffuser, compressor, combustion chamber, gas turbine and nozzle. As I said, these are modified forms of open cycle gas turbine systems. So only the elements added are diffuser and nozzle. Okay. So this is the schematic layout of the turbojet system. Okay. See here, before entering into the rotary compressor, the air will be entered into the diffuser. So what is the function of diffuser means? So in diffuser, the high kinetic energy of the air is reduced and pressure energy is increases. That is the function of diffuser. Okay. So now the high velocity air will enter through the diffuser and the kinetic energy will be reduced and it is passed to the compressor. In the compressor, highly air is compressed and it is passed to the combustion chamber. Okay. In the combustion chamber, the fuel is injected or sprayed by means of rapid action. The combustion will takes place, and the combustion from the hot gases are passed to the turbine. In turbine, and again expansion will takes place, and after expansion, the steam will be entered into the nozzle. Through the nozzle. Okay. So to the nozzle. Okay. In the nozzle, what happens? The pressure energy will be reduced and kinetic energy is increased. The transformation of energy will takes place in the nozzle. So due to the transformation of energy, the pressure energy is converted into the kinetic energy. That kinetic energy is just a steam. It leaves as a Z. Due to that Z motion, the aircraft will be moved in forward direction. Okay. So what have I explained? The same points are here. The diffuser is arranged at the entrance, which slows down the air entering. A part of kinetic energy is converted into the pressure energy. So the atmospheric air which is flowing is having high kinetic energy. That high kinetic energy is converted into the pressure energy in the diffuser. So now the pressurized air is again passed to the compressor, in which compression takes place. In the rotary compression, the compression will takes place. The compressed air is passed to the combustion chamber, where the fuel is added for combustion. Fuel is reserved for combustion. Okay. The combustion gases with high energy enters into a turbine where expansion will be takes place. Expansion will be takes place. The power produced during expansion in turbine is utilized to run the compressor only. It is to run the compressor only. Okay. And the exhaust gases with high pressure will enter into the nozzle where high kinetic energy jet will be generated, which will provide a forward motion to the aircraft. Okay. The turbojet engines are mostly suitable for aircrafts traveling above 800 kilometers per hour. Okay. The basic cycle for this turbojet is Joule cycle or Brayton cycle. Okay. So this is the function of turbojet engine. Okay. So what are the advantages of this turbojet engine means? The construction is simple, the vibrations are very less, much higher speeds are possible, power supply is uninterrupted, and weight to power ratio is superior, rate of climb is high, fuel can be burnt over large range of mixtures. Okay. Next thing is disadvantages of the turbojet engine. It is very less efficient, life of unit is comparatively short, more noisy because of the continuous running of the compressors and turbines. Material required are quite expensive, requires long strip since length of takeoff is too much. Okay. Next type of engine is turboprop engine. Okay. So this is most similar to the turbojet engine, but including in this turbojet engine, in the turboprop engines, a propeller is arranged which will help us to lift the body easily, lift the aircraft easily. Okay. So here what are the elements we are having means we are having propeller, diffuser, compressor, turbine, nozzle. Okay. Jet, nozzle. Okay. So now the turboprop system is employed in aircrafts. Now the expansion of gases takes place partially in the turbine with 80% and partially in the nozzle in the 20%. Okay. The power developed is used to run the compressor and propeller. So what are the power developed by the turbine? The complete power is utilized to run the compressor and propeller. Okay. The propeller and jet produced by the nozzle gives forward motion to the aircraft. Okay. So here the turboprop entails advantage of turbojet and propeller. Okay. In turbopropeller system, the turbojet system has been utilized and propeller is an additional support to produce. Okay. The pressure rise takes place in the diffuser due to the propeller. Okay. So next type of engine is ramjet engine. Okay. So this is a schematic layout of ramjet engine. The ramjet engine consists of supersonic diffuser, fuel injectors, igniter, combustion chamber, and the nozzle. Okay. So now the air will enters into this ramjet diffuser at high supersonic speeds, at high supersonic velocity. Okay. So as I said, the function of diffuser is to reduce the kinetic energy and increase the pressure energy. Okay. So while passing through this diffuser, the kinetic energy is reduced and the pressure energy is increases. Okay. So with that high pressurized energy, it will be entered into the combustion chamber. Okay. So in the combustion chamber, by means of fuel injector and igniter, the combustion will be takes place. Okay. So when here the high pressurized combustion gases will enter into the nozzle, and from the nozzle, what is the function of nozzle? The function of nozzle is the pressure energy has to be reduced, transformed to the kinetic energy. Hence, in ramjet engines, the pressure energy is converted to a jet of kinetic energy, which will help us to forward motion of the ramjet engine. Okay. So the ramjet engine is also known as flying stout pipe. Okay, so these type of engines are having the capacity to fly at supersonic speeds. Okay, the ramjet engine consists of mainly subsonic diffuser, combustion chamber, and nozzle. Okay, so as I said, the air enters the ramjet. The supersonic speed air enters the ramjet engine, and supersonic air is slowed down to sonic velocity, subsonic velocity in the supersonic diffuser and subsonic diffusers. In diffuser, the high pressure energy will be produced and enters into the combustion chamber. Okay, so in the combustion chamber, the combustion takes place, and by means of ignition process, the okay, the combustion gas enters the nozzle, and high energy will be produced from the exit of the nozzle. Okay, so exit of the nozzle, this causes the forward motion of the aircraft. Okay, the ramjet engine is mostly suitable when the aircrafts which are flying at a speed of 1700 km per hour and above. So that is the importance of ramjet engine. Okay. Next one is pulse-jet engine. Okay. So here, what is pulse-jet engine means? So in this pulse-jet engine, an intermediate ignition combustion will be takes place. Intermediate heat addition will be takes place, or combustion will be takes place. See here we are having V-shaped the air enters through a V-shaped non-return valves. So what is function of non-return valve? The non-return valve allows the flow in only one direction. The flow in only one direction. So here, by means of this non-return valve, the high pressurized air will be passed, and by means of the spark plug and fuel injectors, by means of this spark plug, the ignition will be started, and by means of fuel injectors, the fuel will be sprayed over the compressed air which is entering from the non-return valve. Here a grid has been arranged. So here the grid means it will break up the flow of the velocity into number of particles, and each particle is going to be ignited and combustion will be happen. So the combustion air will enter into the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber, it will be passed to the exhaust. From the combustion chamber, expansion will be takes place, and it will be passed to the nozzle. Okay, nozzle in the exhaust. So thus it will provide high jet speeds. Okay, these are different types of jet engines or gas jet propulsions. Thank you.